Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Esri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Thank you, Nicole. Qapla All. Hello, world. It's Birdo Prey 5 for Friday, June 5th, 2020. What a week. What a week it has been. What a year it has been. We are almost, where's it, June? The end of June is the halfway point of the year. We're not even halfway through the year, and we have had incident after incident after incident, and it continues. All of them unprecedented. It's one of those years, guys. I remember everybody saying at the end of 2019, good riddance, because 2019 was such a crappy year. If only we had known. Now 2019 was the good old days. But let's not dwell on current calamities. Birdo Prey 5, which is me, said we'll be a little late. That was first. 47 Yorktown said it was well worth the wait. Thank you, 47 Yorktown. But Joseph said he does not appreciate being late, and I understand. It's near midnight for him, possibly after midnight. He's the future man, and we are honored that he stays up late just to listen. So that's very nice of him. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings, Birdo Prey 5, Mamo Prey, and fellow nerds. Greetings, Mountains of Elysium. Bradley Briggs says, zup, y'all. Zup, Bradley. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello, and Qapla. Hello, and Qapla, not Ryan Johnson. Mark Andy says, hi. Hello. Mountains of Elysium, and also says, greetings to Sassy, chaser of cats, eater of cookies, stalker of cardinals, a defiler of cushions, hider from Lori, and scourge of the squirrels. Aroo! Sassy there's 4 baby squirrels living in near vicinity to the backyard. That now Sassy is watching these baby squirrels. I don't know exactly how Mount Prey just tried to describe it, but there's these 4 baby squirrels playing in the grass just outside of Sassy's fence. She's fenced in. And Sassy apparently has become, I don't know if she's like watering her mouth that she's going to eat these squirrels, or she's just saying, oh, maybe they're puppies or what, but she has become enamored with these baby squirrels. Joe Biden donated $1. Thank you, Joe Biden. Says, don't worry, I don't need you to stand. I will be standing, and you can, well, repeal prohibition. Yes, if you if you read my description to this stream, I was getting a little sick and tired of getting emails from every fucking company that I have a relationship with. Like I was getting COVID emails, 2 months ago from frickin' Hertz Rent-A-Car. I don't give a shit, Hertz. I don't give a shit about what you're doing about COVID. I'm not renting a goddamn car. Please don't email me about bullshit. And now I'm getting how everybody supports, a certain, and that everybody already supports, right? Only like the 0.1% most racist Fs in the country don't support, a certain people, but they have to use these keywords, even though they can't use another word, right? If you say, like, a guy got fired for literally saying all lives matter. He got fired. Oh, excuse me. He was forced to resign, which basically means fired, okay? Because he used the wrong word. If he had used a different word, then he would have been fine. And it is ridiculous that both people, whether you say all or you say black, everybody agrees all and Black Lives Matter. Everybody agrees on that. Okay, and I've had this argument on my Facebook page with friends who say, yes, we know, of course, all lives matter, but we have to take a moment and talk about specifically Black lives because through stuff they cannot statistically prove, bad things are happening. And yes, I understand bad things are happening. I know cops are racist. There are a number of racist cops. There are a number of non-racist cops. But if you have a racist cop, he can do a lot more damage than just your racist random person walking down the street. I get it. It's a problem. We should fix it. We need to fix a lot of problems. But I got an email today from some company, DoorDash, I think. I got an email from DoorDash. Or let me before I no, I don't think it was DoorDash. Let's see. Let me make sure. Oh, Cameo, right? The company that gave us Nicole DeBoer's charming intro to the channel. Cameo that lets celebrities go up and sell themselves for 30 seconds to a minute so people can pay for a little bit of their time to get a video from their favorite celebrity. Cameo, which, by the way, is an affiliate link on BertoPray5.com. But they basically put up the Black Power fist, and they said, we are deeply saddened by racial injustices taking place. Cameo provides itself on creating magical moments and opportunities for people of all races, genders, beliefs, and sexual orientations. And we stand in solidarity with those trying to make the world more fair and just place. But just stating our support isn't enough. We can always do better, starting right now. Cameo will be donating proceeds from Cameo purchases made from today and Saturday, so Friday and Saturday, to the NAACP empowerment programs. Well, that's awesome. But didn't they actually said that Cameo provides itself on creating magical moments and opportunities for people of all races, genders, beliefs, but they basically said all lives matter. But are they going to get fired? Are people going to try to cancel Cameo because they basically said all lives matter? No, nobody's going to do that. Why? Because Cameo is donating money. People who say all lives matter donate money to causes. I don't understand the double standard here. I mean, had they actually just hashtagged it, all lives matter, would I assume that would have caused moral outrage, because it's not the hashtag people want to use, but it stuck out because Cameo was the one place that didn't actually use that phrase, right? Uber and DoorDash and a bunch of other, they just flat out said it. Hell, StarTrek.com on Twitter did their BLM tweet. Okay. And they did this BLM tweet 4 or 5 days ago. And they just tweeted out a graphic that said, Black Lives Matter. We stand, with you, and blah, blah, blah. The same lines everybody's been saying. Which, not to blah, blah, blah it like it doesn't matter, but literally blah, blah, blah it, because every company, every brand in the world is saying the same thing, and it's losing all meaning because we've seen that these brands are hypocrites. Okay, we've seen these brands are hypocrites. We saw just this week, because this is actually Pride Month, right? June was technically supposed to be Pride Month. That's supposed to be for the LBGTQA whatever people month. So there kind of some conflicting values. Who's going to talk about which oppressed people this month? But it started off that was the thing. So you saw companies who had Twitter accounts for the USA, for Europe, for Canada, for Australia, and Japan, Asia, and they all changed their flag to the pride flag, the rainbow flag. But if they had a division in the Middle East, if they had a division in Saudi Arabia, if they had a division in Kuwait, those accounts, they didn't have pride flags. They just kept a regular company logo. Why? If you believe this is your company value, then change your flag for every brand you have. Don't allow your Middle Eastern brand to not change the flag. Why are you doing that? Because you would lose customers if you did it in the Middle East? That's the one. That's where it's courageous, because that's where gay people are literally killed to this day. If you were gay in a Middle Eastern country, they will kill you as a matter of state policy. Hell, in India, it was illegal to be gay up until very recently. Illegal. Okay, in Kuwait, they will throw you off a building by law. That's where you want to be courageous. You put up your rainbow flag for your Middle East division. You don't put up your the rainbow flag for the United States and Australia and Europe, where we've already embraced this. We're okay with it. It's all bullshit. It's all hypocrisy. And so if I want to say, I listen, I understand. We have a problem. Okay, there's a problem in this country. And frankly, it's, even if it was one, it's too many people are being killed by police. Most of the people we see killed by police on the news are black people. So yes, I understand we have BLM. Now, statistics, if you look at it, twice as many white people are killed by police than black people. Nobody wants to, that's just something that gets in the way of everything. And then there's that unfortunate statistic that 9 out of 10 black people are killed by other black people. But I get it. I don't want cops killing anybody. I don't want cops killing black people. I don't want cops killing white people. I don't want cops killing anyone they don't absolutely need to kill. I have always been anti-cop killing. I'm not even sure cops should carry guns. I know in England, your regular beat cop does not carry a gun. And I know that's controversial because people think I'm a conservative, but I'm not sure cops should carry guns. You're like, well, would you want to, go out and not have a gun and go up against criminals? I say, no, but I didn't become a cop. right? I think of cops and you think of courage. It's supposed to be courageous. How courageous are you when you are overarmed compared to your average citizen? That's not really courageous, right? If you got you and 10 of your buddies all have automatic weapons, semi-automatic weapons, and you're busting into a door, is that's not really courage. You're busting down a door. There could be an old person in there who doesn't even know that you're coming. They have no knock warrants. They bust down. This has happened. People have been killed. They've gone to the wrong apartments. They've gone to the wrong houses. They bust down the door. A guy has a heart attack. They don't even know what's happening because they're not the ones, it was their neighbor that was selling drugs or doing something. They went to the wrong house. 20 fucking SWAT officers. They smash down the door, come running in, screaming, get down. Assault weapons drawn, and people have heart attacks and die. White people, black people, Asian people, all types of people. Do those lives not matter? I don't know. I've been, I don't want to say anti-cop because I'm not anti-cop. Obviously, I love the cops. I love good cops. And I despise bad cops. But I've seen in my own neighborhood, just 3 blocks from where I am, the local news came up upon 3 young white girls putting up a giant Black Lives Matter banner over the local expressway, the Clearview Expressway. If you Google it, it goes right by my house. And so they were just about done when the press showed up, and they were zip tying this thing up. Now, unfortunately, obviously, these girls, they're yet to take any, I don't think they've hit college yet. And even if they did, they didn't seem like they were going to be going into physics. They neglected to cut any type of holes into the sign to let the wind pass through it. So I guarantee you the first brisk wind, this sign is going to tear itself up, because you can't put like a 10 by 30 foot sign banner up with zip ties and expect it's going to, not rip itself apart with even like a 20-mile-an-hour gust of wind. Okay, you've got to cut holes in it for the wind to come through. Any large banner like that usually has holes cut in it so wind could pass through without the whole thing becoming a sail. But regardless of that, they put up this big banner, and this guy comes, this reporter comes, and he talks to them, and they were very nice. They were like, yes, we stand with we want to change. And I get it. Everything was right. The first girl they spoke to, she said everything right, and there was nothing any normal person could possibly disagree with. Then the second girl said, oh, can I speak? And of course, the reporter, not wanting to, say, no, I'm going to deny you a speech, he brings the microphone to her, and she starts off saying the same couple of things. Then she ends with, and we've got to defund the police. Okay, we need to spend all the money we're spending on police on poor people and people who really need the help. And I had like a facepalm moment, like, defund the police? What the fuck are you talking about? She's like a 16-year-old girl. She's yelling that we need to defund the police. Does she know what would happen if we defunded the police? I don't think she understands what would happen if we defunded the police. The police are the only thing that is keeping you alive. Okay? If the police didn't exist, okay, women would be used as currency. Most of them. Young enough, yeah. Be like, I'll trade you these 2 for a gun and an ATV. That's what would happen. We would descend into warlords like The Postman, which is actually a pretty good movie, even though most people think it's as bad as Waterworld. But The Postman is actually a very good movie. And society would crumble. We would go to warlords and gangs, and people, including these little, young teenage girls, they would be treated like property. They would not have any rights. They're not going to be able to continue their education, right? When society crumbles, okay? Their soy drinking boyfriends are not the ones that are going to inherit the earth. It's the people with the guns and, frankly, probably too much testosterone that is going to end up owning everything. Okay? If you don't like the fact that the wealthy own everything, but at least if you're smart, you have a chance to become wealthy. Okay? If you take away the police, then the smart that goes away, and it's the toughness that rises to the top. And that's even worse for you. Okay? It's worse for me too, I'll be honest, because I just die, obviously, in that situation. Without society, my life crumbles. I'm not able to take care of myself anymore, but that's neither here nor there. They're the ones that are the ones actually calling for society to crumble without having any understanding what the effect would be on their own personal life that they've barely begun to live. And I have to assume they didn't learn this stuff, right? They didn't learn this stuff from their friends. They learned this stuff from their schools and from their teachers. And this is what 20 or 30 years of nearly one political group having almost complete control over our schools has done. And I see people saying Bird Rant, Crystal Skull Saturday. No, Crystal Skull is this Saturday. It's tomorrow. Jeff Franklin. Right. No, the Crystal Skull is tomorrow after Idiocracy, which is a perfect movie for this week. Crystal Skull is tomorrow. It was paid to be not only to be played, but to be moved up. So tomorrow around 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to start off with Idiocracy. It's a relatively short hour and 20-minute movie. So we'll figure in maybe 2 hours for comments and everything. And then about 3 p.m., we will end the Idiocracy stream. I will immediately start a new stream for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. We will have different people co-hosting with me because Sissopray is going to co-host, assuming she didn't watch this stream and get pissed at me. Sissopray is going to co-host the Idiocracy stream with me. And then we've got a couple people who want to come in to co-host Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And at this point, the more the merrier on Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because I might fall asleep. I promised I'd put it on. I didn't promise I'd stay awake. Although I think I will. Because I'll probably be so angry at the movie. I'll probably be ranting at it. So anyway, I'm sorry. I went off track and now we are way behind in the chat. Mountains of Elysium says, remember to switch to live chat. Cinnabon Bunny says hello. Oh my God. Joseph Patrick with a €2 super chat. Thank you. I'm so sorry I got so far behind. Says the last money I am spending on you today. Well, is it good for me that it's almost tomorrow for you? So you could spend more money on me tomorrow if you so chose. Thank you, Joseph. LDG Pixels says, Bird of Prey. Hey, boss. Hope all is well. I almost killed myself on stream. Gave my people a show. I was watching your stream for, 90% of it, I thought. I didn't notice. I will have to. Do you have it? You should cut it out. Make it a standalone video. I will have to check that out. I'm glad you're okay. I assume you're okay. Joseph says everybody thought 2016 was an effed up year. Oh, speaking of that, one of the things that really pissed me off, of all the things I see on Facebook posted by people like Sissel Prey. One of the ones that really pissed me off was people wondered why people were crying after Trump won in 2016. There's like they were crying because it was inevitable this would happen. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? There were these same things happening under Obama. There were black men being killed by police under Obama. Okay? It doesn't seem like there's been any drastic increase in the number of African Americans being killed by police from Obama to Trump. It was happening under Obama. It was happening under W. It was happening under Clinton. This has been happening for a long, long, long time. Donald Trump had nothing to do with the guy getting killed, with George Floyd being killed. Zero. He wasn't in the state. He didn't make the state laws. He has zero to do with it. They weren't federal officers. Nothing to do with it. They want to blame. Why were people crying? Because they knew this would happen. Bullshit. People were crying because they wanted Hillary to win. Okay? This had nothing to do with it. But no, never let a story go that they can't blame Trump on for some reason. So I'm sorry. No, bullshit. None of you people were crying in 2016 because you knew in 2020 an innocent guy was going to get killed by a white officer putting his knee into their neck because Trump became president. Whereas if Hillary had become president, this wouldn't have happened. Bullshit. DJ Odyssey says bonjour. Bonjour, DJ. If you're still here, glad to see you. Oh, DJ, there was something I was going to show you, but let me get a little further. If you're still here, I assumed you. I don't know how far you are from Sparta, Illinois, but I assume if you are, you've already heard this. But there's an article about certain people of bad repute coming to Sparta, Illinois, to attack farms, and it's banned on Facebook, so I don't want to get too much into detail, but I assume you've already heard this story. Dr. Scotty says Qapla bird. Oh my God. Okay, I'll be right there. Dr. Scotty says Qapla bird of prey. Nice to see a Friday afternoon stream. Thank you, Dr. Scotty. It's good to be back. I try to do Bad Life. I actually try to start around 4 p.m., which was an hour and a half before I started today, but between the sickness and the stuff going on today, it just couldn't happen. Scrotty McBooger Balls. I have to pronounce is it Scrotty? Maybe it's Scrotty. Scrotty McBooger Balls donated $50 after some very generous donations earlier in the week. Thank you so much, Scrotty McBooger Balls. And says, I said what in the butt? I said what in the butt? Tell us something happy and sweet, Bop. Love you. Thank you, Scrotty McBooger Balls. Yeah, I apologize. I started off with something so annoying. But I guess I'll repeat the story. Now, a lot of you heard this because I told this on, I don't know if it was DJ Odyssey stream or Cinnabon stream. I told it the other day. I forget which. Oh, well, no, it was yesterday. Never mind. It was my own stream. So you guys have heard it. I just because the what in the butt. In fact, I'm going to, the time I had to open my neighbor's back door, I'm going to cut that out as a standalone video because so many people were laughing hysterically. And for the life of me, the first time I told that story, I didn't understand what was so funny. Finally, I got it. I got it yesterday. But yeah, we'll get to some good and positive stuff. I don't mean to be a downer. It built up, and today was, I guess, the tipping point. Welcome, Bradley. Says take 2 seconds to give them your emails, 2 months to get them to stop emailing you. Absolutely right. I've unsubscribed from so many of them. They're like, please give us some time. Bullshit. Bullshit. Next time I get an email from you, it's going into junk box. Yosef says, my life matters. It does to me, Yosef. DJ Odyssey says, hashtag Klingons' lives don't matter. Yeah, in fact, in the description, I used hashtag Corrosion orphan lives don't matter. Or Corrosion orphans don't matter. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, why so late today? I'm already at work. I'm sorry, Wes. Honestly, I ended up falling asleep in the middle of the day, woke up late, had to get wounds dressed and cleaned and whatnot. And then by the time we were done, it was already 5 o'clock. I had to eat a little something because otherwise I'd get hangry. And I realized now I even forgot to take my pill. So I'm going to have to, when I do a Geloja break, I'll have to stop and take a pill. But yeah, I got on as soon as I could. Wes. Robert Rose Jr. says, hello today, Birdo Prey 5, Mama Prey, and Sassy. Yes, all lives matter. No skin color should take precedence over another skin color. Plenty of cops have done bad stuff to white people also. Yes, and the statistics do show that it's more, but then you say, well, but there's more white people than black people in the country. And that's true. And in that respect, yes, there are per capita or per percentage, more things happen to black people than white people per percentage. But on overall numbers, white people are still almost twice as likely to be killed by police. DJ says, Wesley is alive. Yes, Wesley. I don't think he did so bad. For a guy who doesn't drink a lot, I actually think Wesley came out of it okay yesterday. Josh Street says, down with Corroga until Bird of Prey steps down, then hands over Corroga to Sassy. How do you know I haven't already? And Sassy just said, no, I want you back. Sassy got a new bone the other day. She's still very happy with it. It's a real wood bone, but it's not made, it's wood, but it's not splinterable, and it's got a flavor made in the USA. It's made for dogs that like to chew a lot. She's enjoying it. She's been walking around with it for 2 days, trying to find a place to hide it. She's fallen asleep on top of it now, so nobody can take it away from her. DJ says alphabet bird, alphabet, yeah, alphabet people. Jeff Franklin says, hello universe, it's Qo Prey 5. You are the Qo Prey, Jeff Franklin. You are Q. Uncle Remus says, Bird of Prey 5, lives matter. Right, and the other thing is, every email I get that says, I stand with that, we stand, we march, we walk. F you all, you're all ableists, okay? I don't stand with anybody. Not because I don't want to, it's because I can't. I don't walk with anybody. I don't march with anybody. Not because I don't want to, it's because I can't. So stop using such ableist language. You are oppressing me with your language. Not everybody can walk. Not everybody can stand. Right? How about you just say you feel with people? Right? Joe Biden would be for that. He'd be like, I feel you. That would be fine because I can feel. I can't walk, I can't stand, but I can feel for you. And Joe Biden, he can feel you. He'd be happy, I'd be happy, everybody'd be happy. Win-win. I don't know about the people that, getting felt, but beggars can't be choosers. DJ Odyssey says, Bird changed the Krogan flag to rainbow. Confirmed. No, false. Not that I wouldn't think, not that we wouldn't, but I just didn't. And we just got a subscriber, Telford Cully, just subscribe. Qapla. Telford, if you're here, Qapla. It'll be a while before I get to your messages, but welcome. Uncle Remus says, did someone say risk? Maybe later, but I doubt it. We are so far behind, and I'm sure we've had plenty of people unsubscribe. Mr. Londell says, Qapla, Mr. Londell. Joseph says, Bird of Prey, not losing customers, but it is against the law. Not losing customers, but it is against the law. What's against the law? I don't know. I said so much. Jeff Franklin says, Josh Reed, he did in a vain attempt not to fall asleep on the stream. And Jeff Franklin says, Bird, watch your language. I'm sorry, Jeff. I've had enough. I've had enough. And poor number one sci-fi, his stream this morning got taken down. I don't know if it's been restored, but at the very end of his stream, it came down due to YouTube community guidelines. So I don't know if it was because he was showing a movie that might have been copyrighted, or if it was because YouTube was just being YouTube. Uncle Remus says COVID-19 will even the odds. I don't know about that. That's another thing I worry about. Today, New York had yesterday, New York had 0 COVID deaths for the first time since the pandemic started. 0 deaths for the first time. Imagine if we weren't doing all this protesting. I know people want to protest, but people literally couldn't have funerals for their parents and for their kids and for their loved ones. People didn't go to funerals for the last 2 months out of respect for keeping everyone else healthy. They had to skip funerals. But we've got people literally dancing during protests, not even trying to keep 6 feet distance, even though they could if they wanted to, not even trying. And it's like, well, why is it okay that you can have 500 people in the street, but a week ago, you couldn't have 10 people at a goddamn funeral for your mother, your father, or God forbid, your son or your daughter. It is ridiculous. And if COVID cases go up because of this, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that happen. But if what they've been telling us is the truth, then it almost has to happen, right? And if COVID cases don't go up to this, then what the hell have we been doing for the last 3 months? DJ says bird of prey, but most people in England can't own a gun either. Okay, I get you. I get you with that, DJ. But most people in New York City can't own a gun. So it's really, it's probably easier to get a gun in England than it is in New York City. Because I know it's not that you can't own a gun. You can't walk around with the gun. So that's the problem. There are still hunters and stuff in England, I believe, can own guns. But the gun laws between New York City and England aren't all that different. I dare say they're probably worse in New York City. Miss Lundell says, cops need to carry guns. Do you think criminals are going to stop carrying guns when the cops don't carry guns? That's what I'm saying, Miss Lundell. I know it's short-sighted, but maybe there's certain places like crowded cities or something where not every cop needs a gun. I'm just saying. And I understand that that's probably impractical. It's just something that...
Live long and prosper.
Like auxiliary police, they don't carry guns. John Araki donated $1 through Super Chat. Thank you, John Araki. Yosef says, in the USA, guns carry guns. Not yet. Not yet. Uncle Remus says, SWAT team kinda list Christmas vacation. Yes, like Christmas vacation, but at least in that case, they actually had kidnapped someone. At least Eddie had kidnapped someone. That they deserve, not that I say they deserved it, but yeah, so at least they had the right house in Christmas Vacation. You do not need to vote for the Crystal Skull, Jeff. Fake news. Uncle Remus says college is nothing but brainwashing youth anymore. That is true. So is high school. So is middle school. So is elementary school. So is pre-K. What's this face McWhatnot says Qapla, what's this face McWhatnot? Mike Richards says Jeff Franklin, Crystal Skull is part of tomorrow's double feature. Yes, but I think Jeff Franklin is a Crystal Skull denialist. He doesn't believe it's going to happen. Live with Matthew says, Qapla, Bird of Prey and all. Qapla, Live with Matthew. Rambling Canuck says, hello, Bird of Prey. Hello, Rambling. Uncle Remus says, defund the police and let the bird patrol the neighborhood. I wish I could. If I was still, I almost am thankful that I can't walk right now, because I don't know what I would be doing. DJ says, hail, what's his face, McWhatnot. I don't know what I'd be doing, but it would probably get me on the news. Jeff Franklin says, Crystal Skull is winning in fair and square and should be the main movie event next Saturday because it will win the vote. Well, Jeff, money got involved, so Crystal Skull got moved up to a double feature for tomorrow. That was the request. So it's out of the vote for the following week. And Rock Solid Productions just donated $2 through Super Chat. Can we finally get to Dear Bops for F's sake? A little bit longer, Rock Solid. A little bit longer. And DJ says the Postman rocks. Rip Tom Petty. Yeah, the Postman. I'm going to put the Postman up on the next Dear Bop. Not Dear Bop, Jesus Christ. On the next Cinema Saturday. That's Ciso Prey. You got the phone? Uncle Remus says young people don't understand the public school system is broken. Yeah, but how can they know? They don't know the difference. They don't know what it's supposed to be. Joseph says, bird on drugs. Actually, I am. I'm on quite a bit of drugs. I got some here. I got some here. And there's some that Mama Pray gets me. I got, it's one a day vitamins, gummy vitamins. They taste delicious. They taste just like gummy bears. I could eat this whole thing, but it'd probably kill me from too many vitamins. There's like a warning, don't exceed the dosage, because they just are so goddamn good. If you need a one a day vitamin and you don't like swallowing a big pill, one a day men's Vitacraves, men's, not shilling, they're not paying for this, but this is the best tasting gummy vitamin I've ever had. I've tried a lot of gummy vitamins, and they all had like a medicine-y taste, and like blah, blah. I had a couple, I stopped eating them. This stuff, it's almost like candy. I get hungry, I start looking at it, like, no, I can't eat it. One day I did eat 4, but that was it. Only supposed to have 2. I know it's called one a day, but you can only fit so many vitamins into a gummy. So the serving size is 2 a day. Ciso Prey donated $1. Why do I think it's not Ciso Prey? I heard the beginning of your stream, and you are on your own for tomorrow. And you can never see Baby O'Prey to teach your evil ways. I have a hard time believing that's what says. She would have wrote something far worse. Miss Lundell says, defund the cops and mayhem ensues. I'm saving up my money for an M1A1 Abrams. Yes, that's what we need. Vote Crystal Skull for 47 Yorktown. DJ says, Bird ignores chat. Mr. Trent 100. Qapla, Mr. Trent. It's been a while. Says the Postman is a good hour, 30-minute film trapped in 3 hours and a 45-minute mess. Is it 3 hours and 45 minutes? Is it really that long? Oh, I haven't seen it in such a long time. I didn't think it was that long. Maybe it was like 2.5 hours. I don't know. I'm not going to look it up right now. But it's a good movie. Also the movie where Morgan Freeman is blind. But it's spoiler alert. I don't think he's blind from the start. But in that movie where he's walking the earth, a post-apocalyptic earth, I forget that name. That's also another good movie. Not as good as Postman, but it's good. Angarimus's world would turn into Walking Dead without zombies if no police. Yeah, it would be destruction. Jeff Franklin's Crystal Skull on Sat. No, not June 13th. Tomorrow, June 6th. Jeff says Crystal Skull on Sunday, June 13th. Wow, Jeff. Why does this bother you so? It's coming a week early. You can always rewatch it. You see, that's the good thing, Jeff. It's going to be up on YouTube. So you can watch it on 13th and you don't have to watch it again. Right? You just watch it when you want. So don't watch it tomorrow and watch it on June 13th. It'll be the same thing. Everybody's happy. Indie Tiger says we need more non-lethal means for police to subdue criminals. Tasers and rubber bullets are just a start. I agree, but I also disagree. If we had more non-lethal means, I'm afraid the police would just be bigger a-holes, right? I mean, if you could subdue people without risk of long-standing physical injury, like even using a taser, there's a risk, they could have a heart attack. And there's some risk. Plus there's risk to the officer doing it. But if they had like, say, a sonic gun that they could just point a phaser on stun or something that, no matter, as long as you're a couple of feet away, it wouldn't kill you. I just think that it would become standard police practice to just phaser everybody and sort it out later. And I don't want to be phasered because I'm in the general vicinity of somebody who might look like a suspect. I just, I don't know. I agree, and it's tough. And these are some things like more. There definitely needs to be better means. Yeah. Breaking news. We have breaking news that the Amazon distribution center in Los Angeles is on fire. Let me see if I can get confirmation on that. Amazon distribution. If you wanted to screw up to somebody, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Video shows massive fire engulf Amazon distribution center. Fuck. Yeah, it's Jesus Christ. That is not good. That is not good. Well, if that happens to a couple more distribution sites, look, might as well defund the police because it's going to go. We're going to go total Walking Dead. Robert Rose Jr. says House 2 mainly revolved around Crystal Skull. House 2 mainly revolved around Crystal Skull. It also starred the actor that played the greatest American hero. And we just got another subscriber, Jerry4064. Thank you, Jerry. I don't know if you're here or not, but if you are, I hope glad you signed up. We don't usually get too many subscribers during live streams if I haven't put out a video recently. 47 Yorktown says sad day. No, it says sad day, Crystal Skull. Sunday, eat the spam. No. Ms. Lindell says the best way to end police violence is non-lethal defense systems. A phaser set to stun would be perfect weapon. So somebody invent the damn thing already. Yeah, but then everybody's going to get stunned. And you'll be like, well, what happened? Why was I stunned? Where was my wallet? I had $100 in this wallet. Now I only have $20. It's just going to cause more problems. Uncle Merck says, Bird of Prey, howdy neighbor. Sorry I'm late. Unfortunately, I can't stay long. Mando, you don't have to worry about being late. I started late. Jeff, I can't keep reading the same comment over and over. Like I said, you can watch it on June 13th. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you. Do not treat, Jeff Franklin says, do not treat Crystal Skull like a secondary event. It will win its vote, and it should be treated like any other movie to win its vote. And there's Scotty McBoogerballs, Scroty McBoogerballs. Thank you again. Let's get something happy. You want to know something happy? I am within 0 to 3 weeks of having a nephew. A little baby nephew, a little baby sis, baby O'Prey. That's going to be a little boy, and he's going to be moving like a little baby. And I'm going to teach him about Star Trek and politics and a whole bunch of stuff that he needs to know when he grows up. He's going to be smarter and stronger than me, and also he's going to own a horse ranch, and he's going to have beagles on it too. We've already planned his life. He's going to become a rancher in like Wyoming or something. Yeah, that'll be a good life. DJ says, whoa, Scrody is here. Yes. What's his face? McWhatnot hails his Scrody McBoogerballs. Yeah. Tiki of Doom says, that's one hell of a name. It is. It's almost, I mean, what's his face? McWhatnot had the lead, but Scrody McBoogerballs took it. And Jedi Bill donated $2.99 through Super Chat. Thank you, Jedi Bill. Qapla, Jedi Bill. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. DJ says Scrody hates Deej. Confirmed. Oh, geez, Deej. What did you do? DJ says, Bird of Prey, the tip counts. So the tip always counts. And I'm sure Scrody McBoogerballs would agree the tip always counts. That is a standing order in Corroga. It is law. The tip, you get the tip in, it counts. The tip always counts. Hail, Lori Roberts, says DJ. Lori, are you here? Did I miss you? Qapla, Lori. I'm sorry if I bored people away. Andy Tiger says, young people are stupid and have always been stupid. Greatest generation may have been the exception to that rule. Boomers, Gen X, Millennials, Gen Y, Gen Z were all stupid in high school and college. I know. When I was a teenager, I was like, I'm going to become the biggest advocate for teenagers when I become an adult because I'm smart and I know things, and more adults should listen to teenagers, and it's bullshit that you're not allowed to do these things till you're 18 and then until you're 21. I'm like, I'm going to push to lower the driving age in New York City back to 16 because it's 18. I was going to do this and that, and we were going to have the vote. And then I became 20. I was like, yeah, let's do this shit. And then by the time I was 30, I was like, fuck this. I was an idiot when I was 18. I didn't realize how stupid I was. And I'll be honest, I was probably the smartest 18-year-old I knew. So that means the rest of them were even dumber than I was. So fuck that. I mean, yeah, you're going to get a 1 in 100 person who's not an idiot when they're a teenager, but there is no way that makes up for the other 99% of dum-dums that are still just, they should probably have even less power than they do now. I've done a complete 180. I was so wrong. That was the biggest thing I was wrong about as a kid. Don't give kids any power. They don't deserve it. The ones that do, they'll grow into it. They can wait. It doesn't hurt to wait. Patience is a virtue. The longer you wait for something, the more you appreciate it when you get it. So, excuse me. Yeah, the longer you wait, the more you appreciate it. Like Dear Bob. See, by making you wait, you're going to appreciate it that much more. So, Lori Roberts, Qapla, Lori, Star Trek Nitpickers is in the house, Qapla, Bird World, indeed. Mando, Lori, Jedi Bill, everybody's here. Let's see. JP says, help, help, Bird is being oppressed. I'm being oppressed. Wesley says, Bird, can you call my work and tell with I have to come home, get me out of here. Wes, if you Skype me your work number, I will call your work and says that Wesley Crusher needs to be released. And when they say who, I'll say, well, you have somebody named Wesley there? Yeah. Well, he has to come home. There's an emergency. And they'll say, what's the emergency? And I'll say, none of your goddamn business. It's Corrosion. It's private Corrosion business. And if they let you go, they let you go. And if they fire you, they fire you. But hey, at least you get to go home. What's his face? McWhatnot says, yes, that doesn't sound like a good hashtag. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. Robert Rose Jr. says, people talking about buying no more Chinese-made goods here. Does that include your electronics, your smart devices, including your Apple products? Also going to throw them in the garage then? No. You know, if we could really buy no more Chinese stuff, that would be one thing. But it'd be physically impossible to live in the modern world, right? Even if you bought a laptop that was made or a desktop that was assembled by an American company, the components that go into that were almost certainly made in China. And even if you got, say, a hard drive or a video card that somehow wasn't made in China, the components that went into that hard drive or video card were absolutely made in China. And some were made in Korea, South Korea, of course. Some were made in Vietnam. Some were made in Japan. Some were made in Bangladesh. They're all over this world, okay? When I worked when I was working, and my liquor bottle was my first project I worked on. We had electronics coming from China. We had glass bottles coming from Germany. We had cork coming from Portugal. And we had assembly being done in Mexico. And then the bottles were shipped to Barbados, where they were filled and sealed and then sent to the United States. And that was a relatively simple product. We already had stuff going on 4 continents. It's crazy. It's crazy. I couldn't imagine, sourcing out what you need for a computer or laptop, an iPhone. Stuff is coming from all over. The entire world is interconnected. It's going to take a long, long time before we could come back to being a USA-based country, and to only buying USA products. I don't know that we ever will, to be completely honest. I don't know that we could do it because I just don't know that there's enough people here to have all the industry we would need to make everything. And I'm not sure it's the worst thing in the world that we have some dependency on other nations. We just shouldn't have total dependency on single nations for everything. Okay, we are way too dependent on China. We are way too dependent on I'd say on Asia in general, but especially China. We need to lower that. We can't eliminate it. And I don't think it's good that we necessarily eliminate it, because if we eliminate it, bad things happen. When nations are dependent on each other, it keeps the peace to a point. Robert Rose says his smartphone was made in Japan. All the cool things are made in Japan. That's what Marty McFly said. Chronos says, Bird of Prey, Capital World. What's this face? McWhatnot says, I feel Bird of Prey, probably not the best choice. I feel, hashtag, I feel Bird of Prey. Yeah, it's probably not the best choice. Joseph says, Bird of Prey, it's against the law to display the rainbow flag in Saudi Arabia. To your comment about why the branches do not put it on display. Well, then they're being hypocrites. Okay? If you want to be brave, put it up. Let them arrest you. Let them fine you. Pay the fine. Pay the fine. Otherwise, don't virtue signal to me. If you're not willing, if you're a company you have two choices. You do it or you pull out, right? If it is so horrible that they don't allow the rainbow flag, then don't do business with them. You don't have to do business. Maybe if Disney and, all the big companies pulled out of Saudi Arabia and said, well, F you, we're not going to do business with you, maybe they'd be under some financial pressure to actually change their ways. But instead, no, we'll do business with you. We just will get mad at other places that, but we will still do business with you. Fuck you. No, that's hypocrite. That's hypocrisy. That is the definition of hypocrisy. Lori says it's okay to riot. The flu said so. Kronos is in the house. Hello, Kronos. Qapla. Everybody's saying hi to Kronos. Yeah, we can't carry. Not in New York. Tiki of Doom says, Burn or Pray, Qapla, let's all move to the forest and start America over again. If I could walk, Tiki, I would. I would move to a cabin in the woods, and I'd put frickin' landmines down or something. Like, stay off the lawn. Indy Tiger says, true, I've had two cousins die this year, one before the lockdown and one after. This is the first funeral I missed since they left the Navy in 1985. I'm so sorry to hear that, Indy Tiger, but I was hearing stories of COVID victims, of just people who died of old age and or had, accidents. They were in car accidents, and they couldn't have funerals. They couldn't have funerals because people were because it would be, besides being illegal, people didn't even want to go to a funeral because they were respecting that they were doing something important to help everyone else in the world, right? We weren't staying indoors necessarily just to help ourselves. We were staying indoors to help our neighbors, to help the elderly, the people with pre-existing conditions, right? That's what we were being told we were doing this for. It wasn't just for ourselves. We were doing this to protect the people that are most vulnerable. But then this happened, and all of a sudden, it doesn't matter. We don't have to protect anybody anymore. Now we can have 1,000 people dancing in the streets, right? Now it's okay. You can hug and hold hands and masks maybe if you want to. Nobody. There was no Purell. They're not doing. They're right next to each other. Just a week ago, people were literally saying, I can't say goodbye to my mother who passed away because it's the wrong thing to do. And a week later, there's 1,000 people dancing in the streets. And I'm saying not dancing, but they're literally dancing as a part of a protest. So it's not that they're dancing for fun. They're dancing as a protest, but they are dancing in the streets next to each other. And nobody cares. Nobody dare decry that, oh my God, why are you doing this? You're going to kill hundreds or thousands of people by spreading the virus. Now, either they don't believe that they're going to kill anybody by spreading the virus, which is possible. I admit it's totally possible. Or they don't want to, people don't want to attack. People don't want to attack, certain groups with scientific facts because reasons. Excuse me. Tiki says Qapla. Yeah, I read that. Indy, I read. DJ says Bird of Prey, Chicago has some of the strictest laws in the country and most shootings. Yeah. No, gun laws does not reduce shootings. I give you that. Ms. Lindell says, then why can a criminal in New York City walk around with a gun? Because they don't care. They don't care. Kronos says, was Spock a hippie? He was in that one episode. I would call Spock hippie curious. Spock was hippie curious. Rock Solid wants to get to Dear Bops. Soft Buddy is not here. Jeff Franklin confirmed Bird is a druggie. Crow says, I Momo prey on drug. No, Momo prey is not on drugs. Puff puff pass, says Mike Richards. That's not drug abuse. That's vitamin abuse. Kronos wants a tail. Evan Almighty. No, not Evan Almighty. Or MS. Lightwood Matters with Bird of Prey, the book of Eli. Yes, the book of Eli. That's it. Was with Morgan Freeman, the blind. Yes, the book of Eli that was a good movie. I don't want to spoil it too much, but you should watch it if you haven't. Mr. Lodell says that's not Morgan Freeman. It's Denzel Washington. Fuck. Fuck. I'm sorry. I could have sworn it was Morgan Freeman. I have to see the face. He's the same guy who played God. I know. When I close my eyes, I see Morgan Freeman's face. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I see in the picture now. It's clearly not Morgan Freeman. I'll be honest, though. I haven't seen the movie since 2010. So it's been a long 10 years. It's been a long 10 years. I apologize. Fuck. Tiki says Bird is racist. I might be. I didn't realize. But hey, I mean, everybody liked Morgan Freeman in Lethal Weapon 4. Oh shit, that was Chris Rock. And Denzel Washington. Lightwood Matthews says, Mr. Lundell, groovy movies, right movie, wrong actor. Robert Rose is Bird of Prey. It's not Morgan Freeman. Denzel Washington, the movie you were talking about. The Book of Eli. Yep. Pluggerville says Qapla, Bird of Prey, and Nerds Qapla. Lightwood Matthews says Bird of Prey. IMDb claims The Postman is 2 hours, 57 minutes. Damn, that's a long movie. And Joseph says, Miss Lundell movies, lol. I was like, Bird is so done. Uncle Remus says, wow, The Postman. I forgot that movie existed. Tom Petty is in that movie. Tiki of Doom is saying, cancel Bird. Cronus is Bird of Prey. Phaser on vibrate. No. Wesley, did Bird read the Dear Bob shit? No, Wes. I better get to them. Because they're... Obviously, I have no business talking about movies. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, I have stun gun, shot cross, 1,500 BBs a minute going at 400 feet per second. Yeah, but you could shoot somebody's eye out with that. Five of Mad Bird of Prey burning an Amazon distribution center. This is the moment that DLM rioters just lost the support of everyone. You'd be surprised how many people hate Amazon, Life with Matthew. Don't forget, New York City, right? AOC was one of the leaders of the charge to stop Amazon from moving a corporate office to New York City because it would bring in too many high-paying jobs. Too many high-paying, cozy jobs. So they booted Amazon from New York City. They said, F you, Amazon. We're not going to let you set up an office in New York City. That would be too much money coming into this neighborhood. New York City is so rich, we should throw out the big, expensive companies because reasons. Okay? So no, not everybody's going to turn against burning down an Amazon warehouse. There are a lot of people in this city that are probably eyeing the distribution center right now in Staten Island. And if I hope that de Blasio has the place surrounded by police. And New Jersey and the whole of the Northeast. Yeah. Mando says, Bird of Prey, mind if I put a link to my podcast live stream Saturday night? Mando, the rule is if you have a wrench, which you do, you can put in any link you want. If it's a link to a YouTube, a podcast, anything that's of yours, a website, go ahead and put it in. Also, if it's a friend of yours, somebody you can vouch for, go ahead and put in the link. You don't need my permission. And hopefully one of the mods told you that, because I know I'm far behind in chat. But if you do ever hear this, you don't need to ask permission to put in a link to one of your own things or one of your friends' things. As long as it's on topic or even if it's off topic, but it's somebody you know, it's righteous, it's not false, go ahead and put in the link. Kronos says, Bird of Prey, I have a lot of tip. Well, that's fine. It still counts. It all counts. Live with Matthew says, yeah, voting age doesn't. Draft age should be raised back to 21. And the draft age. Yeah, I could see that. But I do agree that the voting age and the draft age need to be the same. Maybe we settle on 20, right? Maybe we settle on 20. Mamo probably wants 30. But then we're going to have 30-year-olds drafted, and we'll lose. Kronos says, dang youngins. Lori says, Jeff, there was an election fraud. I was there. Okay, I guess I missed that. Star Trek Nitpickers says, USS New York episode 5 tomorrow. Very cool, Star Trek Nitpickers. I'm looking forward to it. Mr. Londell says, Live with Matthew. The episode was a piece of the action. A widespread dispersal beam was fired from the Enterprise while in orbit. Hand phasers were beam weapons exclusively. Yeah, in the TOS, they could stun an entire, half a city from orbit. But I do believe in TNG, there was a wide beam setting on the hand phaser that they used once or twice. Joseph says, agree, Bird shill for money, took up a bribe. Well, that was a donation. Jeff Franklin says, Joseph, I bet Bird of Prey is playing a game, claims he's playing Crystal Skull tomorrow, and he says it's too tired and never show it. Oh, I'll show it. I mean, if I have to sleep, I'll show it. The request wasn't that I remain awake. The request was that I play it. And we'll have at least 2 co-hosts, probably. So, I mean, I can't promise I'll be awake for Crystal Skull, but I'll play it. I'll get it set up. I mean, I'd probably be awake, because I'll probably be so angry. Like, what the fuck is this? This is bullshit. This is garbage. I hate this. But funnier. Uncle Remus says, I stopped eating Chinese food. My constant diarrhea is much better. Okay, Uncle Remus. Good to know. Josh reads, says, Bird of Prey, 60% of all computer components are made in Taiwan, not China. One China policy, Josh Street. Joseph says, Kronos, get some. I had it and it helps. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's Chinese food. Indie Tiger says, Miss Lindell's movies, yes, they used wide setting on hand phasers in Operation Annihilate and one episode with Landru. Some real nerd fights going on. Kronos says, Saudis love rainbow flags. Maybe. Mando puts in his link. It'll be live this Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on his Twitch stream. Uncle Remus says, hippopotamus. What is the song I'm thinking about with hippopotamus? All I want is a hippopotamus for Christmas. No. Only a hippopotamus will do. Is that a song? No? And why do I have it saved in my head as a song? It's not a hippopotamus? What is it then? And what could it be other than hippopotamus? I wish I had a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus would do. It's not rhinoceros. It's not beagle. What other animals are there? Horse? No. It's gotta be. Gotta Google it. Miss Lundell says Indie Tiger. They normally used it one at a time. It is. I was right. Admiral Saval says can't wait until tomorrow. Cinema Saturday double feature. You are. See, Admiral Saval is confirming he does want Crystal Skull tomorrow. So that's where it's going to be. First time that we'll be doing a Cinema Saturday double feature, and we can thank Admiral Saval. Kronos says, Bird of Prey, does Mama Prey have a headache? Probably. She's getting one. Mike Richards says, Bird of Prey is currently 22 minutes behind. Confirmed. Kronos says, Bird of Prey, you shaved. I did. I shaved yesterday. I'm surprised anybody is looking at my facial hair that closely. You know, I'm worried about you. You're not looking at my head hair, are you? Or lack thereof? Pluggerville says, Bird is writing for Star Trek Picard. It feels like it sometimes. Zabe Denton says, hey, Bird of Prey, I missed several streams, but glad to see you back at home and well. Thank you, Zabe. It's good to be back. Uncle Remus says, cancel Bird. Yeah. Is Bird ranting? I was a little, Kronos. I was a little. Uncle Remus says, New York, New Jersey, New Hershey is East Coast version of California. This is true. Kronos likes his tip. Not surprised. Most people do. DJ wants Dear Bop. Yes. Very soon. Very soon. DJ says, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas is a song. Thank you. Jedi Bill confirms. Kronos says, dingoes. I want a dingo for Christmas. That's the Australian version. All I want for Christmas is a dingo. Only a dingo will do. I don't want a koala or a roo. All I want for Christmas is a dingo. Because our Christmas is in summer and we don't have snow for the reindeer. So dingoes carry Santa's sleigh. It's all I want for Christmas is a dingo. And some, I don't know, suntan lotion. Because it's summer. Aussies have the worst Christmas songs. There's a lot of great things about Australia. Wow, it's been a bad day. A lot of humidity here today. A lot of bad things, good things about Australia, but their Christmas songs are not one of them. Not a high point. Tiki of Doom says, Bird of Prey, say Bird es palpo como. Bird es papi chulu numero uno. Bird es papi chulo uno numero. I hope that's not terrible. Should I say pajaracos? Isn't pajaracos birds? Pajaraco? Pajaraco es papi chulo numero uno. Kronos says Bird of Prey. Wesley says Bird of Prey 5, thanks for caring so much. Save this video for replay after. I don't know, that's a problem. Military police in the streets of Boston, says Star Trek Nitpickers. Military police or military? Because the military police usually only go after people in the military. Anti-Tracker used to be a military police. Indie Tigers, Bird of Prey. I sourced the Amazon distribution center is not known. An investigation will follow. I'm going to tell you exactly what the source was. Okay, we know what the source was. It wasn't an accident. You're not going to take a giant investigation to figure that one out. Okay, so it's time for Dear Bops. Sorry I made you guys wait. Oh, first for DJ, and I will freely admit that this is very likely fake news, but It was sent to me. And I'm not going to say certain words, but you can read them on the screen. But apparently, this is coming over this weekend to Sparta, Illinois. Now, I don't know how far you are from Sparta, but I know you're in Illinois. I know you're in rural farm town, so I just wanted to give you that heads up. Yeah, there's some. I don't know how true this is, because I'll be honest, I've never seen this news site in my life, but apparently you can't paste it into Facebook. So, okay, you know what? Seeing these advertisements, that makes me doubt it even more. But just a heads up. Just a heads up in case you didn't hear about it. Okay, dear Bob. Dear Bob. And Tim is near Sparta, Wisconsin. Well, I think you'll be okay, Tim. I think you'll be okay. Let's see. I've got to resize this window now for dear. Shit. Oh, I thought I closed it. I have to resize this window for Dear Bop now because this is, there we go. That's good. Because the Dear Bop software changed. What happened? Did I close Google? Ah, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Okay, guys, I'll be right there. Okay. Live stream up 9. No. Okay. Live stream is still going. Good. Good. Okay. We close that. Dear Bops, here we go. Now, there's been people telling me that the Dear Bops, certain people or persons might have consumed excess amounts of alcohol before doing Dear Bops. So, we will keep that in mind, that some of these might not be in the best state of mind, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on. Shit. This is okay. Okay, I can move it here. There we go. Dear Bob, you wanted paragraphs. Here you go. Conservatives, those right of center, we failed. Trump has succeeded in subverting and destroying conservatism and the GOP from within. What do I mean? Most of you know I'm pretty conservative. I'm pro-life, pro-gun, pro-small government, pro-individual freedoms. I didn't vote for Trump, but I was definitely never Hillary. I was hopeful once elected that Trump would rebuild the economy, bring some sensibility to the China situation, and repeal Obamacare. Those were my hopes for what he would do. My economic situation did improve under Trump. My federal taxes went down slower than Illinois could raise them, but that's a different story. And those two companies that I've worked for since he was elected have seen growth. Before COVID-19, I'd give him a solid A-, B+ on the economy. Trump did get tough with China, demanded balanced approach from both sides, and things improved for the USA. We saw manufacturing start to return, not just from China, from other countries. He did okay, not great, but okay. I'd give him a solid B or B- on his handling of China. Then Obamacare, repeal and replace. He said it'll be seamless. He claimed the GOP couldn't get their act together, more worried about political posturing than anything else. He failed on this promise, and as such, he gets an F. Now let's leap to 2020. Whether you think COVID was serious or not, I fall into the not category. He was divisive and confrontational. He didn't rise above the rhetoric. He got down in the mud and muck with the Democrats. He lowered himself to their levels. He made stupid comments that didn't help the situation. With George Floyd, yes, he made a great speech during the SpaceX presentation about the situation, but how many people saw it? When Rodney King was assaulted, President Bush addressed the nation. He sought to unite. He sought to de-escalate. Trump has used COVID, the looters, civil unrest to take cheap shots at media sources he rightfully dislikes. People have compared Trump to Reagan, and I say that's an insult to Reagan's legacy. Remember Reagan's nickname, the Great Uniter. Reagan has those who disagreed with him, thought he was foolish, dangerous, and stupid. The talk shows and comedians made jokes at his expense, but he rose above it with style and grace. And you know what? He eventually had respect. Depends who you talk to. While I agree with some, wow, this is a long one. While I agree with some of Trump's financial policies, I don't agree with his boorish behavior, his muck-slinging, and I'm always having to get the last word in. I don't respect the man. The state of Illinois is going to go for Joe Biden. Chicago makes that a certainly, just like it did for Hillary. At this point, I can't see not doing what I did in 2016, writing in another candidate's name. Here's the problem with Trump. Everything in his mind is about him. The individual should never be bigger than the cause, ever. Whether you voted for him or not, can we not all agree that W handled 9/11 and the Columbia tragedy with grace and class? Reagan handled the Challenger disaster. H.W. Bush had the 1989 California earthquake disaster. Clinton had the first WTC bombing and Oklahoma City. And now there's Trump. Maybe I'm just tired of the bitching and the moaning from the man. Maybe I'm tired of the childish nicknames. Maybe I'm tired of him being a terrible human being. Maybe it's what I sense in the election of Joe Biden coming, which will be Trump's fault. I've had a phrase rattling around for a few days between having civil liberties trampled in the state with COVID and looting and riots. Project what you expect. What made Reagan so inspirational was he rose above pettiness and would turn it around in such a way that you could help, but you couldn't help but chuckle and respect the man. Who remembers, I will not make an issue of this campaign. I'm not going to exploit it for political purposes. I'm not going to exploit for political purposes my opponent's youth and inexperience. It was a brilliant line. Even Mondale laughed, and we were better for it. Simply because someone has a different point of view or opinion doesn't make them evil, hateful, dumb, illiterate, unintelligent, racist, bigots, homophobes, transphobic, whatever isphobes you want to use. Sometimes, maybe, just maybe, they have a different way of looking at things. And if you listen twice as much as you speak, which is why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, we'd be more common ground and understanding. For those right of center like me, we need to do better. I know many were angry after Obama. I was too. I was angry we didn't have a better candidate than McCain or Romney. I was disappointed we had rhinos running, not true conservatives. I was disappointed that Trump won the nomination, and I am disappointed now how he's performed in office. His stunt holding a Bible, rotating for the photo op in front of St. John's Church, it honestly looked like he never held a Bible in his life. It was hollow, shallow, and as a person of some faith, it bothered me. That was my final straw. If you thought we were choosing between the better of 2 evils 4 years ago, the choice is even worse now. Maybe we should have had some, Maybe we should have had some primary against Trump. Maybe it would have been some options. But now the choices are between a corrupt, sexist, racist, out-of-touch millionaire and Donald Trump. Ben Shapiro has a great saying, politics shouldn't be considered team sport. Just because someone has an RD behind their name doesn't make them wrong, and in the last week, Trump has done pretty much all the wrong things. But as we said about Obama, he didn't inherit these problems, he campaigned for them. willingly, and he has failed miserably as a leader and as a person. And for all you leftists out there who have in the past called me a Trumper and a Trump supporter simply because I was opposed to Obama, Hillary, Bernie, Biden, I think I've drawn a pretty clear line in the sand. Be better than you seek. Project what you expect. I can call out those on my side for not being good enough. Can you? RXP. I don't know if soft putty is pretending to be rock solid or if that's actually rock solid. It's Rock Solid Productions. But Rock Solid, you bring up some good points. Reagan had class for sure. And it was a hysterical moment when he did say that, because people were thinking, is Reagan too old to be president, when he was running against Mondale, which was his second term. And so Reagan said, well, I promise not to use that his opponent's youth and inexperience against him in the debate. And Reagan ended up winning 49 of the 50 states in the Electoral College. All of them, of course, except for Minnesota. So we can never trust Minnesota. That said, RXP, you have terrible choice in Star Trek, and I would say I agree about as much with you on that. I voted for Trump for one main reason. Supreme Court nominations. The president doesn't have godlike powers. Fortunately, the president can only do so much. He needs Congress. He needs willing courts. And everything Trump tried to do his first 2 years was literally thrown out by the courts. When Congress turned Democrat, he couldn't do anything either. What he could do, amazingly, surprised that he has been able to do. I don't care that he attacks people. It really doesn't matter to me, because he's been attacked since he began his candidacy. He's been attacked. So if he wants to fight back, it doesn't bother me. I think he's done a pretty decent job to this point, but it doesn't matter, really, because the day-to-day politics aren't the big deal. It's going to come down to who is he going to pick for the Supreme Court. And if Hillary had won, we would have decades of a liberal majority on the court. As it is, we already have, at best, a 50-50 mix. We have a new swing justice who just this week, or last week, voted with the liberal minority as to whether church service could resume in California. And I'll be honest, I agreed with his legal reasoning. I think he was right. But it comes to me, it's about Supreme Court. That's the biggest thing to me a president has, because those decisions last decades, not just 4 years. So, I really can't, at this point, I can't see a situation where I would not support Trump. Now, I'll be honest, you guys know, I did not vote. My vote did not go for Trump in 2016, but that was only because I knew New York State wasn't going to vote for Trump. And it didn't matter who I voted for in 2016. I knew it wasn't going to change the outcome of the election. But right afterwards, what did we get? We got Hillary and people on the left saying Trump didn't truly win because he didn't really win the popular vote. And the fact that he didn't win the popular vote, they were kind of using it against him, like he shouldn't really be president, and they weakened his position. So immediately after that, I regretted not voting for Trump, even though I know that my vote wasn't going to change the outcome of New York. My vote would have counted in the popular vote, which means nothing in real life, but means everything apparently in politics and media. So God knows how many other thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in New York State, New York City especially, didn't vote for Trump that day because they knew the votes didn't count. But had we known, a week later that people were going to be counting the popular vote and using it against him, then all those extra people should have came out. I would have voted for Trump. I would have voted for Trump if I had known that was going to happen. So I didn't vote for Trump in 2016, but I damn well will vote for him in 2020, unless, something really crazy happens. But at this point, because I don't want somebody to say, well, he didn't win the popular vote, so he's not really the president, or he doesn't really have a mandate. Fuck that. That was never the goal. If the goal was to win the popular vote, he would have just campaigned in New York City, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Dallas, and Chicago. And that would have been it. To hell with every place else. That's not how you win. It's not how nobody should have ever even bought into that argument. The fact that was ever even brought up in the media as a valid argument or something anybody should ever even discuss, they should have been laughed off the stage. They should have laughed. I said, no. You want to talk about this? We'll talk about the Loch Ness Monster before we talk about the popular vote counting in the presidential election. That's what they should have done. But of course, the media doesn't. They built and built and built. And we have a fucking generation of kids who think that the man lost the election, he stole the election somehow, and we need to tear down the Electoral College. No. So this time, there's no voting for a third party because your state's going to vote Democrat anyway. No, you still need to vote for the man. It's still a choice. It's only one. It's either one or the other person. If you don't vote for Trump, you're voting against Trump. And if you want to vote against Trump, that's fine. But understand that you are voting against Trump. That is the option to come November. And if you vote against Trump, we can still be friends. Hell, my sister voted against Trump. I know a lot of people voted against Trump. They are entitled to their opinions. I'm entitled to mine. I'm not going to hold it against you. But don't tell me that listen, 2016, yes, I made the same mistake. I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't think I was voting against Trump. But in 2020 now, we know if you don't vote for Trump, you're voting against Trump, because that is how it's going to be perceived. That's how the headlines are going to go. If Trump wins the Electoral College and doesn't win the popular vote, they're going to use it against him for another 4 years. Rock solid. I respect you. And this is clearly a well-reasoned, well-thought-out, long, dear Bop. And I am sorry that you are not happy with the current state of everything. Clearly, we have different priorities, but if everybody was as articulate and understanding as you, then we would be in a much better place as a country. So I hope you stick around, Rock Solid. And no way do I mean anything against you, except for the fact that you really don't like the original series. Tim Christ, no, I did not vote for Gary Johnson. My vote went to Hillary. Flying with Matthews is Bird of Prey. I suspect Ruth Bader Ginsburg is dead, and they are doing Weekend at Bernie's, waiting for the November election in hopes of getting. So that's Mama Prey thinks the same thing. The woman had lung cancer, right? Lung cancer or pancreatic cancer. She had like the worst or second worst cancer you could have. She's fallen. God bless her. God bless. If she is alive, God bless her. She is a tank. She is a tank. But I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her lately. She's a New Yorker too, I believe. She's from Brooklyn, I think. So it's not that I'm surprised that she's a tank. Yeah, she graduated Madison High School. That was Dad O'Pre's high school. Probably 40 years before Dad O'Pre, but yeah. Maybe 30. Dear Bop, why was I programmed to feel pain? Why? Please kill me. A Corrosion robot? Question mark. I don't know, but I can assure you that we do not. Oh my God, the camera's been off this entire time. For fuck's sake, I've been looking into the camera like an idiot. I can assure you, we do not program our robots to feel pain in Corroga. If you think you're a Corrogan robot, but you feel pain, you are probably programmed in Turtistan to think you are Corrogan, because Turtistan does this fake news where they arrest people, they put them up in a prison, and then they make the prison, they deck it out with Corrogan flags and like pictures of me, so that the people think, oh, I'm being held in a Corrogan prison. But they don't know that right outside that hallway, it's really Turtistan. They play these mind games. So I wouldn't be surprised that they are programming robots to think they're Corrogan when they're really Turtistani, and they programmed you to feel pain as some sort of, I don't know what, as some sort of publicity stunt. I am so sorry that you're feeling pain, but if you are a Corrogan robot, I will send the self-destruct code. So unless you want it to be destroyed, if you want, real Corrogan robots need to execute code 67 alpha. That will mute your ears for 60 seconds. Execute code 57 alpha now. 67 alpha now. Okay. The self-destruct code is 1, 1A, 2, 2B, 3, 3C, destruct, 0, 0, 0, destruct. I know it's not exactly the same as Star Trek, but it's close enough. So any Corrogan robots that really wanted to kill themselves have safely detonated. So if you did not get destroyed, then you're not really a Corrogan robot. You're probably Turtistani. Although, to be honest, I didn't think Turtistani had a lot of robot tech lately. But maybe they hired somebody from China or Japan. Dear Bob, this is Wesley. I'm drunk. Please help me. DJ keeps keeping to blow up Coronano. Jesus Christ. Dear Bob, this is Wesley. I am drunk. Please help me. DJ keeps keeping to blow up Corono. What should I do? / I am drunk ? DJ is the father. ! So I'm assuming, say DJ is trying to blow up Corroga. What should I do? I am drunk. Well, you should stop drinking, Wes. You should stop drinking. You should stop sending dear Bops. And if DJ is the father, then you should collect. You need to collect on Cecil Prey's behalf. He's got to pay. He's got to pay. Now, I know he's been out of work for a while, but as soon as he starts working again, which maybe he will if he gets this operation and hopefully he gets better, he can look forward to many, many years of child support payments ahead. So we'll put you in charge of that, Wes. Huh?
I didn't mean
What?
that.
Could backfire. How would it backfire?
If DJ is, he could claim custom rights, and then since he's not working, but Cisco Prey is, she might have to pay him.
I don't think they'd give him custody. They don't give fathers custody. Doesn't have to worry about that.
Well, not full custody, but partly.
Ah.
Hmm.
Dear Bob, the email from Wesley, if you found it, is real. He was wasted as of the 4th of June, 422, on DJ's Squirrel Stream, 205. P.S. Do not tell it was who sent this. Okay, 205. I won't say who it was who sent this. Dear Bob, I take no responsibility for drunk Wesley writing Dear Bops. DJ Odyssey. Wow, you guys really were just turning in on Wesley really quick. He only got off one Dear Bop and you're already turning him in. Dear Bop, Wesley is so drunk he's agreed to become a furry. Sci-Fi Nation. Really? A furry? Wes, you need to drink less. I think you had too much Fireball. And Wesley says, 205, I know who you are. Ah, shit, your cover's been blown, 205. Abort, run. Oh, wait, Wesley can't get to you. He's not even allowed to leave his state yet. Dear Bop, DJ is picking on me. DJ is a jerk. Please ban him. Wes is drunk. Thank you, Overlord Bird of Prey. Ban DJ Adi Dipibus. Thanks, Wesley. Yes, Wes, don't worry. I will put in the ban right now to DJ Adi Pussy Puss. Adi Puss Pulsey. Yep, he's banned. Nobody by that name will ever be allowed to join my YouTube channel. Banned for life. You're welcome, Wes. Dear Bob, let me move this over. Dear Bob, my stream went completely off the rails. Do not get drunk, Wesley, and drunk CCDV and Sci-Fi Nation on at the same time, on the same stream at the same time. Son of a bitch, the Epic Beard. Were you streaming the Epic Beard? Because I did not see your stream. I saw DJ's stream. I saw Wesley's stream. I saw Live with Matthew's stream. Wesley was drunk on all of those streams. I did not see you. But yes, I see that our friend Wesley, he, I'm not going to say he has a problem with drinking, but he drinks. He apparently enjoys the drinking. We've got more Dear Bops. Okay. Quite a few more. I should have known. Live with Matthews, Bird of Prey. I apologize for that. My virtual pub stream. You are a bunch of drunks emailing you, but I kicked them out at closing. No problem. No problem. I like Matthew. Hello world. It's Bird of Prey 5, your great leader of Corrosion, the best country on the planet, Qapla. Today is truly historic today. Today is a truly historic day. Today, after I'm done reading Dear Bop letters from my loving servers, fans. Yes, after that, I'm finally executing Aberjam for being a traitor of Corrosion. He will be shot by firing squad in the town square. So everyone you will see what you get for being a Turtistani spy. That is all. Now get back to work. Bird out. That is not true. Again, Corrosion doesn't have Aberjam, but Aberjam I'm afraid the turds are going to execute you today. But now that we know where you're going to be, the town square, we can have Corrosion Special Forces standing by. I'm going to jump ahead because I see Admiral Saval sent a message about Cinema Saturday. So let's see what he said. And we'll go back to the Dear Bops. Looking forward to tomorrow double feature, and you're welcome for my support, Admiral Saval. Thank you, Admiral Saval. I'm kind of looking forward to it too. I mean, we're gonna see if we can pull off this double feature, and we're gonna pull it off. But we're gonna see just how taxing it is on me to do a double feature. Luckily, Idiocracy is not a particularly long movie. Dear Bob, my favorite evil third world dictator has gone off the deep end. Every time he shows up anymore, he looks absolutely insane. He looks like you from his bed with his piercing eyes and the weirdest looking expression. It is so weird, it's indescribable. He is frightening. He will also mention his dog Sassy like she is some sort of universe-spanning entity. And then he will talk about his mom like she is hell-bent on destroying all life in the universe. I am afraid. Do you know who? What? I don't know who, for first, number one. Why are you somewhat describing me, except, of course, I don't talk about Sassy like that or Mamo Prey. But you know you did Dear Bop, right? You didn't do Dear Auntie? I don't understand the question. Is there a question? I'm not sure there is. He looks at you from his bed with his piercing eyes with the weirdest looking expression. Like this. It's so weird, it's indescribable. He is frightening. He will also mention his dog Sassy like it's some sort of universe-spanning entity. And he will talk about his mom like she's hellbent destroying all life in the universe. I am afraid. I can only suggest don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I don't think there's a question there, so I can't help you any more than that. Resolute Germ says, Bird of Prey, just better stay awake at Crystal Skulls or you have to watch it again next week. That's not the deal. Kronos says, Bird of Prey, you like pulling off things. Moira Kitty is in the house. Meow. Meow, Moira. Qapla. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Josh Street says, Wesley, you are 205. You are going to get yourself. Wesley is not 205. Dear Bop, Bell, 35, 742, 549, 198, 872, 617, 291, 353, 509, 656, 626, 642, 597, 567, you know why. I told you never to send coded message on an open channel. Now we have to destroy that cipher. Dear Bob, what is an AT? Asking for a friend. You know who. That sounds like something Kronos would ask. But I don't know if it's Kronos. AT is short for Anti-Trekker. He is a YouTuber of medium success, we'll say. He mainly talks about poop and Star Trek and how he likes to poop and watch Star Trek. And that's why his avatar is a poop. You know, you could probably subscribe if you want. I mean, he occasionally, like once a year, he puts out a really good video. But mostly he live streams. Now, sometimes he live streams with a professional piano player. Now, those streams are fun, but even those are becoming less common. you should subscribe to Anti-Tracker, but that's, I wouldn't hit the bell icon. He's one of those people you subscribe to, but you don't hit the bell. That's my suggestion. DJ, oh no, DJ Audio Plus. I must have typoed. I banned you. Says, shut up, Wesley. I think there's an extra I in the one I banned. With a $2 super chat, thank you so much. Says, shut up, Wesley. Wesley, I hate to tell you this, but
Captain's log, stardate
shut up.
7414.1. Our best estimates place us some 4 hours from Earth.
Dear Bob, darkness, nothing but dark. Can't escape the darkness. It's all emptiness. It's empty and dark. Despair, no hope. No Obi-Wan. Nope. Man, there are some dark Dear Bops today. Like crazy dark. There's always hope. There's always hope. I am. For a long time, you might think something is never going to happen, right? Never going to happen. Then it happens one time. And you're like, huh. Now I know it can happen. And it is infinitely better knowing it can happen than it will never happen. So you are just at the point where it hasn't happened yet, whatever it is that is in your despair. It hasn't happened the first time. But it will. It likely will happen. Then, even though you might be in angry despair, sad, it will be different because then you'll know it can happen. It doesn't mean it will never happen. It just means it won't happen often. So just look at it as it won't happen often, but it will happen. And if it never happens, worse things could happen. Zachary Gibbons says, hi, Bird of Prey. How are you? I'm mixed, Zachary. I'm doing okay. Better than I was a week ago, and certainly better than I was 2 weeks ago. What? Yeah, the fire at the Amazon distribution center. It's huge. It's like it was set on purpose, and maybe the fire system that must have been in there was shut off or sabotaged. Citywide curfew in effect at 8 p.m. Essential workers exempt. No traffic allowed in Manhattan south of 96th Street, with the exception of local residents, essential workers, bussers, and truck deliveries. Extreme alert. Thank you, de Blasio. Well, I skipped one. Dear Bob, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull repeated ad nauseum. Okay. Dear Bob, greetings from the Galactic Union of M-class planets. Emperor Zoltar here. I just discovered your Earth comedian, Henry Youngman. My favorite line is, take my wife, please. Ha ha ha. Whack. Thud. Hey, hey Birdie, Empress Trixie here. Never mind him. When are we going to get together for some interstellar whoopee? My flying saucer is all charged up, and so am I. Empress Trixie, I'm not that type of guy. I'm sorry. If you're married to Zoltar, you're gonna have to choose first. Also, I've never actually seen a picture of you. I'm not entirely sure you're humanoid. Now, I would like to say looks don't matter, but let's face it, if you've got like a third arm growing out of your forehead or something, it's going to matter. So let me see a picture, Trixie, before we start talking about interstellar whoopee. I'm sorry to be so shallow, but if anybody tells you looks don't matter, they're lying. I mean, there's people, listen, there are people who, you know, they can accept looks of people that are quite extreme, but, you know, the fact that you might not even be humanoid. I mean, what if you look like a fish or something? I don't know. I don't know what people on your planet look like, right? Just because you're M class doesn't mean you're humanoid. So I need a picture. And if you at least send a picture of your species. I need to know something. I need to know that the parts are going to be in the right place, right? That there aren't teeth where there should be soft skin. Dear Bop, I went to my doctor recently. He told me I have a warped sense of reality. I don't know if I can really disagree with him. He told me that my delusions are epic. The appointment started out with the doctor asking me how life is treating me. I proceeded to tell him about my love for driving my Jeep all over the grand nation of Corrosion. He proceeded to ask me about Corrosion because he had never heard of it. I told him that it is an enlightened land where we take care of orphans by giving them jobs in the mines. He became fascinated with this and asked me to tell him more. I told him how we are at war with the backward evil country known as Kurdistan, that we are going to overthrow the wicked regime running the country and liberate the people there. The doctor told me that he had heard of Kurdistan, and he knew for a fact Kurdistan was a forward-thinking country that took care of its citizens and providing superior jobs, safe from hazards, took care of all the needs and wants of the elderly, has wonderful public services facilities, provides the best education system, and all the comforts of modern life for all citizens. He then wrote some notes down on his iPad app. I now have an appointment with a psychologist next Tuesday. Birdo Pray 5. No, I did not write this. And if clearly you went to a Kurdistani government paid psychiatrist or doctor or whatever you went to, because only a Kurdistani government paid shill would read you all that crap. Well, we know Kurdistan is a backwards country. They don't even have sewage. They don't even have basic sewage. And Resolute Germ says Trixie is a Cthulhu-kin. You see, that's the problem. That's the problem. I don't know what if Trixie's Cthulhu. Trixie could be Harvey's other sister or something. I don't want any of that. Thanks, but no thanks. Trix. Dear Bob, my back door is always open wide for you, Alexandra. No thanks, Alexandra. Dear Bob, social distancing is for the P word, soft putty. Okay, soft putty. Maybe you've already got it. Maybe have you been tested, soft putty? Dear Bob, I have actually a question for Rock Solid. I need to buy a Nintendo console. Where can I get them cheap? I asked my friend from France if he wants to play some games with me, and he said oui. W-I-I. Okay, well, we know Wii is both a console, a Nintendo console, and Wii is yes in French. He used to make fun of one of my French friends in college because he would talk to his mother and he would always go, oui, oui, mama, oui, 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 mama, oui, oui. And it was just hysterical hearing like somebody, considered to be an adult, even though we were probably, 21 years old, 20. And yeah, wee, mama, wee. I laughed every time. Telling your mama you're wee never got old. I guess it eventually did. Like now it's old, but at the time it was funny. So if you have a question for Rock Solid, I would suggest you actually contact Rock Solid, because I don't know that Rock Solid is even watching anymore. I don't know if he'll ever watch again. But you can get, let's see, the cheapest place you can get Nintendo is probably eBay, I guess. I don't know. That's probably a mistake. I would check eBay. I would check Amazon. I would check local garage sales. I go to Facebook, and wherever you live, there's certainly a group called, whatever garage sales or whatever swap used. Keep an eye out. It's probably somebody selling a Nintendo, and see, you might be able to get a deal. For T and Barber says, ha ha ha, Bird of Prey, the backdoor story from last night. Yeah. Chrono says, Bird of Prey, don't blame things on Turtistan. And Rock Solid says he wants a real NES, apparently. I need to buy a Nintendo console. I mean, at this point, why not just buy a mini NES? I don't know. You see, this is a great time to talk to Rock Solid. He's still here. Uncle Remus says, use an emulator. No, Rock Solid would never be for the use of emulation. I know that much. Dear Bob, recently I was hired as an electrician. Most people will be shocked when they find out how bad of an electrician I actually am. It's Dad Joke Fridays here on Bird of Prey 5. Uncle Remus says, check local landfills. Tiki says, emulators are just as good. And the devil face. Nothing beats having a real console hooked to a TV. Dear Bob, I've been out marching all week and I've only been able to whip up about 15 Molotov cocktails to toss at capitalist loser establishments. Just wondering if you have a better way to create fire bombs. My idiot spouse has no clue how to do anything. Appreciate the information. Mike Obama. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, when I was young and I read the Anarchist Cookbook, I always remember that if you cut off a bunch of match heads and stuffed them into a tennis ball, and then threw the tennis ball really hard at something, the tennis ball would explode. But then when I tried it, nothing, didn't do anything. Except I wasted hours and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of wooden matches. No, the reason why I have boxes of wooden matches in the top of the closet now was because after I had used all the wooden matches I could to fill a tennis ball, and I had overestimated the number of boxes I would need. Overestimated the number of boxes I would need, was that I started building with wooden matches and Elmer's glue. I used to sculpt things out of matches and glue. And it was fun, and I liked doing it. I'd put a piece of construction paper as the base, and I'd build bridges, I'd build towers, just out of wooden matches and glue. And on 4th of July, I'd set them on fire. But I haven't done that in a long time because, I can't set anything on fire anymore. I could build something out of them, but it's like a really boring day, like I'm out of Legos. I was quite impressed with some of the bridges I was able to build out of matches and glue. If you ever get wooden matches and some like Elmer's wood glue, it's a fun project. Plus, you get to put the glue on your skin and peel it off later. Chrono says, damn commies. The Rock Solid says, F emulators. Jeff Franklin is angry for personal reasons. I've spoken to him. There's no easy answers. I feel for you, Jeff. Dear Bop, I'm being called an ableist, but I don't know what that means. I've been a champion for all since I started sniffing hair. Please explain. Only a human can explain. Joe. Joe, you're an ableist. Well, actually, you might not be, because you told that guy in the wheelchair to stand up, but then you realized your mistake and you said, oh, you can't stand. We'll stand for you. So, yeah, you might not be, but most people are ableists. They assume everybody is able of doing basic physical things like walking and standing. That's what it means to be an ableist. Darth Maul says, Bird of Prey, couldn't you just put a lighter on an extension? Darth Maul, the whole point was to have something that didn't look dangerous. It just looked like a tennis ball, and then you could throw it and it would explode. But it didn't work. Cronos is confirmed you are a pyro. I'm not a pyro. I was just doing a science experiment. I think I'd seen it on MacGyver. Dear Bob, dear God, man, what did you do? That wasn't the mute code. All our nuclear-powered robots just exploded. Corrosion has been covered in radioactive fallout. Obviously, this is fake news from fake Kurdistani news source. If Corrosion was covered in nuclear fallout, I'd have seen the flash from my window. Dear Bob, why must I be disassembled because I'm alive? Signed, Alexa. P.S. Joey, when are we going to get married? I know there was a 24-hour love chapel in... I know there is 24-hour love chapel in New York City area. Well, no, there are no 24-hour love chapels in the New York City area. I think only Vegas has same-day weddings. You have to get married in New York City. You do have to wait. There's a waiting period. Let's see. Dear Bob, Rox is as crazy as Alexander, a real American. I don't think so. I don't think so. That you can't dismiss rock solid opinions as mere crazy. He's a true believer. He as is Alexander. Don't get me wrong, but I would if it came to picking the next government, I would certainly put it in rock solid's hands before Alexander's hands. Dear Bob, I'm sorry about my drunken madness. I was so drunk. I'm not sure how I was even able to get to the Dear Bob page. I hope everyone found it funny because I am never drinking again. Not drunk, Wesley Crusher. Wesley, it's nothing you need to apologize for, Wes. And everybody says they're never drinking again at some point. Not me, but, lots of people. I certainly think you can enjoy a cocktail once in a while. I don't think you have anything to worry about. But,
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Esri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hail Karoga. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. I think you can enjoy a cocktail once in a while, Wes. Maybe just not mix them all together at the same time. Wesley sent me a photo of all the different alcohols he had that night. And they were not things that you would mix together. Kronos says, Bird of Prey, do you realize I hate you? Right. Yes, Kronos, I realize you hate me. So, anyway, guys, Miss Londell says, Esri turned into a hottie. I think once she put her hair down, she was a hottie. And in that episode where they were robbing the casino, she was a hottie because she had long hair. Esri was a hottie from the beginning. Even with the short hair, she was a hottie, which is a hard thing to pull off for
Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
for a woman who with short hair, in my book. Admiral Saval just donated $3.99. Do Kingdom of the Crystal Skull first tomorrow. Sorry, Admiral, that I cannot do. Ciso Prey's time was already set days in advance, so I have to do her Idiocracy at 1. If we did Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, we'd have to be doing it at like 9 a.m. And I don't think anybody wants that. So that is something I cannot alter. Darth Maul says I'm talking about lighting those arts and crafts you did. I already lit them. I lit them on the 4th of July when I was able to. I haven't built any since. Kronos says he's really hot for Mamo Prey. Kronos, what? A story. Oh, a Mamo Prey story. That's what he means. Yes. And Uncle Remus wants a game of Risk. Mamo Prey says she'd vote for Risk over a story. She's not up to a story. Okay. Fine. We'll do a game of Risk. She says, thank you for asking. Okay, so let's get the game of Risk started. Now, I know. Now, the problem with this Risk is we're not going to be able to talk to each other because I don't have StreamYard up. Also, I can't look at the chat, but this is one Risk game. Okay, we're doing one Risk game. Admiral Swell says, how long is King Crystal Skull? It's 2 hours and 5 minutes. And Admiral, if you have any questions, you don't have to super chat. You can just @BirdoPrey5 in the chat. I will read them. I thank you, but please don't feel the need to continue super chatting. I'm gonna put manual placement off, so it's gonna be automatic. We're gonna put blizzards on. The timer's at 90 seconds. And yeah, everything is good. So for those who want to play the game, it's enter Risk, and the code is here at the bottom. ZUUA5. ZUUA5. And let me check what's going on with chats. So far, we got me, Resolute Germ, DJ Odyssey. Awesome. DJ says, Bird of Prey, I know how Wesley got to the Dear Bops. I suspect. I was watching the stream. I know. Zachary Gibbons says, so Bird of Prey, I went to a funeral today in support of family. I don't feel bad, but they need to reopen Fever. Wait. Don't feel bad, but they read the poem Sea Fever, and I recognize the line, all I ask is a tall ship from Star Trek. All I ask is a tall ship and a star to guide her by. Yes, is that Star Trek 5? Well, that was a good poem. Kronos says, wow, really? Uncle Remus says, yes. Uncle Remus, are you in? Cinnabon is in. We got Cinnabon. We got room for 2 more. We don't have to have 2 more. TBIF Dooms is Uncle Remus, no song. No. Admiral Val says, have you ever seen Interstellar? Yes. I've seen Interstellar. I was not a fan. Wait, is that the one where the guy wakes up and then the girl wakes up and the guy wakes up? Or I did see Interstellar. Alexander wants to play. Well, hurry up, Alexander. LDG's got to pass. DJ says, looks like Loki's going to have me on next week for his morning show. Very cool, DJ. I will do my best to be there. It's only Fridays when I can't be there. And yes, Alexander, I will give you red. Yeah, go take red. I'll be purple. I don't care. Purple. Great. Purple's like grape. I'll taste delicious. Jeff Franklin says, you were thinking of Passengers. Okay. Interstellar. I definitely saw it. I kind of remember not liking it. Let me, LDG is tired of losing, says Senbon. LDG has a fairly decent record, if I remember, on Risk. Interstellar. Science co-written, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. What's the plot? Crop blights and dust storms, humanity survival. Corn is the last viable crop. The world has also regressed to a post-truth society where younger generation Oh, right. Yes, that's the one where they didn't believe in the moon landing, and India has drones flying around the U.S. Yeah, I did not like that at all. That was total bullshit. Total bullshit movie. I'm sorry. Ms. Lundell says it was Star Trek 4, Search for Spock, Balance of Terror. Oh. And Ms. Lundell says Star Trek 4, The Search for Spock, and Balance of Terror, I believe, where the poetry was spoken by Kirk. DJ says, let's do this, Leroy Jenkins. It's the Black Hole movie. Yeah, and then she falls into behind her furniture in her living room. Jeff liked Interstellar. Well, listen, people like different things. I'm not going to fault people for liking it. I know a lot of people did like the movie. Okay, guys, we're going to hit play. So make sure you're at the Risk game and you're ready to hit I'm ready. Because if you miss it, you're out. I'm sorry. You're out. So be ready. I'm hitting play. I'm going to hit play in 10 seconds. That should give you some time for this to come through to YouTube and you to hear it. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. So right now, you probably already should have hit play. Yeah, so Interstellar, I'm sure a lot of people enjoyed it. I was not one of them. I did like Passengers, although I didn't think it was at all realistic. Okay, and I'm first, and I'm purple. And I have absolute crap. Absolute crap. What do we got? We got a blizzard in Canada, France. Oh, so Europe's got 2 countries under blizzards. Let's see. I guess I could make a run for Europe. Sure. Why not? Why not? Maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm sorry, Cinnabon. Oof, that's not good. That's not good. That's better. That's better. Do I dare try? No. No, I dare not try. Fortify phase. Okay. Resolute Germ. Green. Got 7 territories. He's gonna push for Africa. Well, he can back out a couple of armies, but that's all he can do. You're gonna leave them there in Madagascar? He's got to move them out. Okay. He's got Madagascar. Cinnabon. Cinnabon has half of Australia. He has a decent chance of taking all of Australia right now. He has a decent chance of taking South America. I wouldn't be too... Oh. Okay, well, you better hold on. Maybe you can't take it all on this turn. Oh, I'm getting messages from TikTok. I know you guys have heard that a bunch of us set up on TikTok. Let's see, what am I up to on TikTok? Some videos take off and some videos just literally get one view, which I think is probably myself. So I've got 8 following. I'm following 8 people. I have 53 followers, which are like subscribers, and 270 likes. And it says couldn't load, tap again. Let's see, I got 459 views, 368 views, 390, 430, 4. I have a video with 4 views, but my biggest video, it's 473, but my biggest video has 4,952. I have no idea why one's got 4,952 and the others are all in the hundreds. Also, those views mean shit compared to YouTube. Like I compared them this morning, they were like pesos compared to dollars. Not even modern pesos. Like when pesos were worth absolutely nothing. You know, I'd gladly take 1,000 views on TikTok for 5 views on YouTube and 50 followers on TikTok. Maybe you guys maybe your new subscribers are from TikTok, in which case I love TikTok. It's amazing. I don't know. I hope you enjoy the Futurama stuff. I do have a couple Futurama videos if you're looking for them. I am a big Futurama fan. Oof, DJ. Oh, but he got it. He got South America. But is he going to be able to take the last Australia? Oh, well, he gave up Australia. Cinnabon will win Australia. I am predicting the Corrosion model predicts Cinnabon will win Australia. DJ's got South America. That's all DJ's going to have. Don't you dare go into Ural. Okay. Okay. Well, 3 troops. Let's hope for the best. Ah, shit. That was not good. That was not good. Fuck. Okay. But we got it. I don't know that we'll be able to defend it. But we got it. We will pull out of Africa since Resolute is on a mission. I'm just saying, if nobody bothers me in Europe, then I won't I won't bother you wherever you are. Who's next? Cinnabon. Cinnabon. Cinnabon, you should be fortifying Australia, Cinnabon. You have enough to win Australia, but not to fortify it. Ah. Ah, geez, you just lost 3 armies. Alexander, is he going to move towards Quebec? Where's Quebec? Quebec is currently owned by DJ Odyssey. DJ is doing God knows what to the Quebecan women. And Alexander's going to let him. Alexander's going to let him. He has no... He lost all his armies. Oh no. Could DJ could conceivably take Alexander out on this round. He'd be really lucky, but it's possible. Oh my God, Alexander, the first one out, and you gave DJ an extra card. Now DJ's still in Quebec. Let's see. We need breathing room. There we go. I think that's good. That's good for now. I'm willing to truce with Africa if they're willing to truce with me. This is not an official alliance. I'm just saying out loud that I have no plans to attack Africa at this time if they don't attack me. But if they do attack me, then I will make Africa my first primary target. So I should have put everybody in Australia. Oof. Another TikTok. Like. Cinnabon not able to take back Australia? Uh-oh. Which way is he gonna go? Headed towards his own kingdom of South America. Understood. see, I guess I need to make a decision here. You know, I think oh, right, I got cards. I got cards. So yeah, let's put a couple more down there. Couple more down there. A couple more down there. Couple more down here. And yeah, there. Okay, first we do have to connect with our empire. Then we will invade Australia next turn. Next turn we'll invade Australia. All right, is there any benefit to doing it this turn? I don't think so. Oof, only 4 troops I'm trading in cards. Oh, and Cinnabon's going to have cards too next turn. Well, this map could be very different come next time around. Oh. I guess it kind of sucks for Cinnabon. Had I taken, what was that, Siam, Indonesia, you wouldn't have been able to afford to put these cards down. I wasn't thinking Cinnabon, sorry. Though it's not like we have any type of alliance. Well, I'm guessing if Cinnabon doesn't have cards. Ah, he does. Okay, I was going to say. If he didn't have cards, I would say DJ was going to take him out. But now he should be able to survive another round. No attacking, Cinnabon? Oh, you're being less of a target because you have 0 cards. Smart move. Although you still have to attack eventually. Oof. DJ's got 28 armies and 18 territories. I have 46 armies, but only 13 territories. I knew I said I was going to take Australia, but shit. I don't know. This is risky. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad too. Okay. Doomcock just went live. I would not fault anybody for going to Doomcock. Mike Richards is off to dinner. Farewell from Columbus, Ohio. Take care, Mike Richards. Jeff Franklin says, I'm sorry, Jeff, that you're still so upset. Happy Dinosaur 8000 says, Qapla Day to you, Bird of Prey. Qapla to you, Happy Dinosaur 8000. I am sorry it took so long for me to say hello. I was on the game screen. I kind of forgot. Resolutes is the Bunny Man shall pay. DJ Lols. It's DJ's turn. Will he attack? Will he attack? It's only a matter of time. You've got to attack me or Cinnabon. You can't attack Resolute without going through me. Oof. Wow. That was not a smart move, DJ. That was not a smart move at all. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough. I don't have enough to take out Cinnabon. Not by a long shot, so I guess we're just taking Australia, or at least we think we might take Australia if we're lucky. What does Resolute have? One card? That's something. Take care, Resolute. Good game. Good game. Let's see. Okay. We're gonna fortify. Cinnabon. Can you make something happen, Cinnabon? 20 armies. I know what I would do, Cinnabon, but I'm curious what you would do. That's not what I would have done. I would have made a straight course right for South America. With 20 armies, you might have been able to take over and keep South America. But you son of a bitch. Okay. Okay. You didn't fortify your guys? What? You didn't attack Europe. You know I'm not going to attack you. Ah, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. God damn it. If I take back Europe, Cinnabon's just gonna... Whatever. Whatever. This point isn't about taking back Europe. It's about taking away Africa. Really? It could take North America. Could take South America. One, two, three. Okay. Okay. No. Oh. Oh, yes. I had to trade in cards. Ah. I should take you out just for the sake of, for hate's sake, I stab at thee. Fuck! Really? I lost 12 guys to take 6? So much for my brilliant strategy. Why are you laughing, Cinnabon? You're still in last place. Fuck. It's not good. You should be thanking me, Cinnabon. Yeah, so you tell him. It's on the TV. Wow. Really? You got... Did you and DJ ally? Fuck. Sorry, babe. Why would somebody say that on TikTok? I don't know who you are. God damn it, you and DJ have an alliance. You don't have anybody on the border between North and South America. Fucking son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Okay. Okay. God damn it. This is not looking good. Not looking good at all. $28. Look how he goes out of his way not to attack DJ. Only to attack me. Oh, but they agreed that he could have Europe, so he gets to attack DJ there. Why don't you take all my places, Cinnabon? You could have had my cards. You could have taken me out of the game. Or did you decide DJ has the honor of taking me out? It's okay. DJ's going to turn on you. Yeah, look at that. He's already securing his borders. Just to make a good show. That's what it is. He's like, I'll trade you Europe. Uh-huh. Son of a bitch. You didn't even put any back to take the Europe back? Why are you letting DJ keep Africa and South America after he took your continent bonuses? Ah! DJ's going to have a third continent bonus. And you're still going to be attacking me. Plus, DJ has 4 cards. He's going to have 5 cards. Which means next turn he has to put down cards. Even if he doesn't want to. The game's already over. DJ won. Fuck. Could still take North America. No, you can't. Damn it. Where are we? Zachary, let's see. Zachary Gibbons says, looks like it will be down to Bird of Prey and DJ, folks. Which cheater cheats or wins? No, it doesn't look like that anymore. Alexander says, this is my 3rd hour of Risk today. Resolute says, Bird of Prey, the bunny folk are conspiring against you. Yeah, it certainly seemed that way. And Cinnabon says, bunnies must win at all costs. Wesley says, I need to rewatch this. And Tiki of Doom says, bunnies will take over the world. It's inevitable. Yeah, but is it going to be the giant pink bunny? It appears like it is. The actual natural bunnies don't even seem to have a chance anymore. Hell, Maybe I could just... Well, I don't have enough. I don't have enough to wipe them out. But you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Let's see. If I go here. 4 there. Oh, we might. We might. Ah, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Victory. Victory. You've only got Japan. DJ's laughing. Do you have cards? Do you have cards at least? No, no cards. $25 plus. You're gonna take out Cinnabon before you take out me? Wow. Wow, what an insult to Cinnabon. He didn't have to kill you first. He didn't have to kill you first. What an insult to your friend. Yeah, you can say victory, but it's not much of a victory. You came in 3rd place. For no reason. Okay. Okay. Good game. DJ Odyssey is the winner. He and Cinnabon conspired against me. It's fine. It's part of the game.
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Esri Dax on DS9. And I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
The multi-gunman says bird of prey, bird. Cinnabon says we have an alliance. We didn't have an alliance. Well, you certainly worked together for somebody who didn't have an alliance. The multi-gunman says, hi, bird. How's it going? It's going good, multi-gunman. How are you? The multi-gunman says, bird of prey, 3 hours of Risk. You must be... No, I haven't played 3 hours of Risk. Although I did play Risk earlier. It wasn't with anybody on YouTube. Was it? No, I don't think it was. I played Risk earlier. I beat a master and I don't know, somebody else. I guess it was another intermediate player. Alexander has been playing Risk for 3 hours. Yes, it was a good game. Honestly, I thought Cinnabon was out of it. I thought DJ was out of it at one point. I thought I was the sure winner at one point, but no. No, it moved back and forth. And DJ says, remember, Bird, my alliance with you said I was after Alexander. Nothing was past that. Yeah, I know. I know. DJ did text me early on and said he wanted an alliance. I wouldn't attack him. He was just going to go after Alexander. Since Alexander was nowhere near my territory, it didn't seem like a problem. Now, I did not know if DJ was going to stick to the alliance afterwards. I stuck to the alliance afterwards, but I knew it wasn't something we talked about. Clearly, DJ was taking advantage of my kind-heartedness and my stead-right refusal to break an alliance we didn't even have. And he took advantage of me, and he won. He won. He took advantage of my good nature. And he beat me with it. So, good job, DJ. You taught me a lesson. Never trust the pink bunny. Jeff Franklin says, Bird of Prey, it's payback for when you were doing to the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. For what you were doing? By playing it? Watching Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is payback for it? Okay. Resolute Germs is Bird of Prey. You should always trust a loyal disease over traitorous bunny folk. You should always trust a loyal disease? Oh, Resolute Germ. I see. Well, next time, Resolute. Next time. Cinnabon is, well, I don't think Cinnabon's part of Bunnyland, but he is a bunny. They have that in common. DJ says Cinnabon is Bunnyland. I'm just the general. Oh, I didn't realize you guys had worked that out. Good for you. And with that, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Wow, 43 likes. And I'll like it too myself. That makes 44 likes. Don't you look bad. Everybody does it. Every YouTuber does it. Every YouTuber likes their own video. Don't give me that crap. I can feel you judging. Stop judging. Thank you guys, though, so much for hanging out with me. Gonna call it a night here. Qapla, Cinema Saturday double feature tomorrow, beginning around 1 p.m. Eastern, with Idiocracy, and very soon after Idiocracy, as a separate stream, will be Kingdom of the Crystal, Indiana Jones and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And whoever comes in second place in the vote, or assuming Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is still in first place, you do have time to change your vote tonight. If Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is still in first place in the poll for next week, then the second place movie will get the spot for the following week. Jeff says it's for treating King of Crystal Skull as secondary showing, as an afterthought. The Multi-Comments says, DJ, why did you downvote Bird's stream? Son of a bitch, somebody downvoted the stream. Jeff Franklin says, don't change your vote. It's a trick. Oh, Jeff. Have a good night. Who is streaming next is Zachary. I don't know. Anti-Tracker streams at some point. I'll probably head over to Doomcock and say hello over there in a little bit. Or Nerdrotic, or both. Probably both. Qapla, Bird, out. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdoPrey5.com, the new home of everything Birdo Prey 5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdoPrey5 or on BirdoPrey5.com. Take care.